Hey there, Ramon here. So before I reveal this one telltale sign that shows a leader is maybe limited, that they're not going to be able to make things happen, that they may fall from their role because they can't get support for what they envision, I want you to imagine something. Imagine working for a leader that has the same myopic view of things, that they always have the same view of themselves, the same view of other people, the same view of their business, the marketplace, the world. I mean, that leader would be not fun to work with, right? They would be pretty pathetic. You wouldn't really be inspired. There wouldn't be new possibilities to make things happen. And it would really be a downer. You'd probably want to leave that company, not be led by that person as soon as possible and find somewhere else. And there's so many views in the field of all possibilities that we can have. There's the view, for example, I'm giving you this view here of these two buildings. There's the view here of the almighty Pacific Ocean. There's the view here of this beautiful tree. And all these views are just possibilities. And our ability to take advantage of these possibilities is determined by this, again, this one thing, telltale sign I'm going to reveal in a second. Before I do, I want to give you an example of a leader, one leader we've been working with. We work with over 50 top CEOs and executives of multi-million, multi-billion dollar companies over the last 20 years, mostly public listed companies. And in this one example, the first year we worked with this leader is that it was a great year. He became CEO of the year for his country. The company did over $1 billion in revenue for the first time, and some great deals were made, and he'd really done amazing. It was the best kind of year he'd had as a CEO. At the end of that year, he decided, guys, I want to have a break. And we thought that, well, that's interesting. You just had the best year of your career. Why would you want to have a break? He said, well, I want to see whether it's me or is it me working with you guys that's really helping things unfold in a better way. And we said, fine, that's obviously a practical decision. You want to see the contrast. So we left him with one question. We said, you have to work out why you won this award. So we had a break for 5 months, checked in after 5 months, and asked him, how's it going? He says, it's not going great, my deals aren't working, and I don't know why. And he was really frustrated. And so we said, well, have you answered that question we left you with? He said, no, I haven't thought about it. So we went deeper on that. He kept asking, why is this so important? Finally, we revealed that when you win an award like that, it's going beyond yourself. It's like you've satisfied an achievement for yourself. But in order to progress at a greater level, you have to have a higher purpose. You have to develop yourself even more, and you have to help other people develop as well. And that made a lot of sense to him. So he breathed a sigh of relief, asked if we can continue to work together. We did. The company grew even more so, went to $7 billion in 7 years, and it was a great unfoldment. And this is what happens when a leader is prepared to work on themselves. Now, another example of a leader we worked with, he was barely breaking even, then started over a few years grow exponentially, and then decided to stop wanting to work on himself. We stopped working with him, and slowly but surely the wheels have come off that business, and it's now struggling to survive. So the point here is, and the one telltale sign is whether a leader is willing to work on developing their awareness. So if a leader is resisting that, doesn't want to do that, thinks they have enough awareness to continue to unfold things, then that's not a good sign. That's a sign that they are limited, that they are not going to be able to make greater things happen, that they're not going to get support for what they envision. And this is so important, this development of awareness, because it determines two things. It determines, first of all, your level of fulfillment. And fulfillment is really the goal of any person, especially any leader. Achievement has to be part of that, but achievement is not the goal. Fulfillment is the goal. And so when you're fulfilled as a person, your mind's settled, you're at peace, you have a content heart, inherent within that is greater ability to achieve in a better way without feeling so pressured and stressed by your responsibility. So this fulfillment allows you to actually be happy. And this happiness factor creates a lot of unity, a lot of cohesion. Great example of this recently is Italy won the European Cup. First time in I think over 50 years or something like that. They didn't even make the last World Cup, and now they're winning one of the most prestigious football titles in the world. And the kicker here is that they weren't the best team. They didn't have the most skillful, talented, star players, but they still won. And the reason why that is because they were happy individuals. They were a happy team. They were a fulfilled team. And even in the final, it was obvious that England was playing out of fear of failure, fear of what would happen or how they would feel if they lost. And that was indicative of how their fans behaved. And the Italians just stayed as a happy unit, and that unity enabled them to win. So this is why it's so important, as you keep on developing your awareness, and you're growing as a person, then naturally you are fulfilled, right? And that allows better achievement to unfold. And also allows you to make better decisions, which is the second reason why you always want to be developing your awareness, is because you make better decisions, and better decisions create better realities. We can want all we want, but until we've actually made a decision about something, then that's when we're going to have the discipline and determination to make it happen. But if we just want it, but we haven't made a decision that we're actually going to do it or make something happen, then it's not going to happen. So that ability to have great discerning and deciding power will create those circumstances that allows better realities to unfold. So this is what we do, is we give leaders that higher knowledge, that time and field tested, proven leadership breakthrough protection programs that allows them to have that Midas touch awareness, to make those great decisions, to attract those right people, to get support for what you envision without being impacted by the stress and pressure of your responsibilities. So if this sounds like something you'd like to experience more of, or at least find out more about, happy to have a conversation. Just reach out and we'll do that. In the meantime, just keep developing your awareness as best you can, because that's the basis, that's the cause of developing the business. A lot of leaders default to just focusing on, I'm just going to grow my business and I'm going to be fulfilled and happy. But that's the external, that's the effect. The cause, the internal, is growing awareness. Better awareness naturally unfolds better business.